Hey guys, it's Cory again. Today we're taking a look at the GoHighLevel documents and contracts section. I think the most of the videos that are out there actually it's tagged up as proposals and estimates. So you see that's written right here, proposals, estimates, and contracts on here. Then they've renamed this to documents and contracts right here. So if you go look for this, it all is against an older version of GoHighLevel, ever so slightly, even from what I found on GoHighLevel site. So anyhow, I thought I'd take a look at this and show you what I'm doing here and how I'm using it, and hopefully it's working. But we will dive into it anyway. So they've kind of generalized it more to documents and contracts. This is the section here for, these are the templates. I was just looking at the top of this thing. So all documents and contracts. So I've got one in draft, which is this one. It's an instance of it, of a template basically, or just something you create. So you can either create a brand new one right here, boom, and start typing one of these, or you can use a template. But I'm going to go over the template. And once you finish one, you create an instance of it, and then you can then modify it more and then assign it. So I'm going to go over a template. So let's take a look at the templates here. So I have my master template that I've created, and I am going to take a look inside here. So what I did was, you can kind of see the full output here. But I will. Oh, I can't. Oh, now it's copying. Okay. I think I was going to copy this. Be real cute and copy this thing for a second, and then I'll show you exactly how I made it. Yep. Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit about this. I got on the phone with got on a call with GoHighLevel, and I'll talk about the behavior of these guys. So what I did, I won't use this template, but I'll build one. So go back. I won't save it. I just copied that out. So I'm going to do a new one, and I'm going to do a new template right there. I'm going to call it right away. I'm going to call it demo. New demo template. All right, it's just my demo. I can add elements here, variety of different things that can be added in. I won't go through all of them, but I'll go through a couple that I used. And then we'll use the template and put a name to it. So anyhow, let's see here. What do I have? Text and image. So first right off the bat, let's put an image on there. I selected the image from here. Picked one of my GoHighLevel ones, or not GoHighLevel, Cyber Strategy. I did one on clear, so the Cyber Strategy logo on clear, so it's clear background. So whatever the background is, it'll take that form. So I kind of messed around with this thing earlier, so I know the numbers that I want. I think it's 75 and 400. I think that's right, or 200. It's 200. And it is not 75, 200. It must be 50. Then I made it. I think you might have played some games here with the numbers. So in this case, yeah. And that might not be right. But anyhow, something along those lines. You can see I just took a logo, put it on there. Next thing I'm going to do is drag some text on here. There's my text. And the tip I have here is to use paragraph. So I just put it in paragraph, and then I'm going to paste it right over the top of that, what I copied before. So this is a contract that I'm working with here, and it might be worth making a little bit bigger. So I'll go up by 50% on this one to 75, and by 50% on this one to 300. And it plays games with the numbers again. So I'm not sure exactly how that's supposed to work, but that's how I got it to work. Anyhow, looking through this thing, it gives you some space. You can type in your own, whatever your offer, your program, your guarantee, etc., termination, blah, blah, blah. So this is kind of some of the boilerplate stuff, and I've replaced a lot of the text, cyber strategies, AI. And so let's add one more section here. So product list, and I put a product list down there. This product list, when I do that, it allows me to add some of my products. So, if I want the AI chatbot service, then, it puts it in here in the contract. So, in the proposal, if you will. Let's see here. One more thing. I added a note section. So I added a text section down here in the text section. I made it paragraph also. Big surprise. I added in some stuff. Now this was kind of interesting. You can use, this is the variables from GoHighLevel. So from the account, I use the name. Yeah, the name for that section. And it's actually a variable that is location.name. You can see it right there. So that is pulling in this case, Cyber Strategies AI. And then I'm going to put one more up here. So I did one more, but this is for the contract and I put the full name. I didn't want to do that. I wanted company name. So this will let me put a company name on there. All right. Then the last thing I did to this, other than type in, what it was that I was offering and put all that detail in this section right here, kind of a name of it up there, I put in signatures. So you can have multiple signature places that are required. It's pretty cool. Drop one here. This signature, there's some alignment feature that you see happening right here, or I can see where I'm aligning. But for some reason, it indents this text. So I didn't exactly know what the deal was there. So I'm going to put my name on here. So I'm the guy from Cyber Strategies AI that's going to do that. And put me down. I'm going to be the guy. Now, note that it puts my name on there by default. And I think there was, show signer name. So you can turn it off if you want to. But I really don't want to. Okay, here's where you got to make the box bigger. It's weird. And I don't have a good explanation for it. When I talked to support, they honestly, GoHighLevel is going to make some more changes. So they told me that they put it on a priority queue to upgrade this feature. There are two things that it does. One, it somewhat it's associated to the box. See that? It's following the box along. It's associated to the box. But it's rather strange behavior, because if the box moves down, if I add text up there, the box moves down. Well, check this out. So I'm going to save it. It's saved. It looks pretty good. It says Cyber Strategies AI me, blah, blah, blah. And actually, I'll throw the other one in here. The other signature. Here is the signature for the customer. So I'm leaving a little space because the customer name is going to go right there. As soon as, if I were to assign that, I can assign it to, this is a template. So it'll put the name of the person there right here. So it'll put their name right here. It'll put their name right there, and then their company name right there. So this makes it so you can reuse this template for lots of different companies and things like that. So anyhow, I'm saving it. Watch what it does. See where these two boxes are, these signature boxes. And, I already demonstrate that they're bound by this box somehow, but it's a strange binding. And I explained that to them today. So let's say you type in all your program features in here. You stick in some bullet points and you go gobbledygook, 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 gobbledygook. All right, gobbledygook. I go down here and I got a train wreck. My stuff's stretched all over the place and it's very, very strange. So what GoHighLevel said is happening is it's actually pushing all of that whole, everything below that. It's expanding this box, which pushes this box down and pushes this one down. But I demonstrated that these things are bound by this box, except for on the top end. And so if I go up there and add, so I had to redo these things a bunch of times. I'm going to save it. Again, we're going to see they're down here where I left them. And if I add one line, they will appear to move up by a line. So I'm going to say, whoops. Adding a line here. Okay, so there's the line. And they've moved up. They moved up by a line. Both of them have. So the only cure there, it's a strange association. Like I said, these things seem to be bound by the box, but they move down. All right, so we are going to really quickly get out of this. So that's kind of how I built that version of the contract that you just saw. Then when I want to go use it, I say, okay, use the template. At this point, it's creating an instance of the template that I get to use in a live scenario. So now I can edit this thing and do whatever I want to, and then assign it to a person over here. I can pick clients. I won't do that because I've got live names in here, but I can pick contacts off of here and then assign it to that. And they will play the role of contact.company name, will fill in there, or anything else you use in the design of this, that will get filled in right here. If I use these custom values, I can use that information right there and get that into the contract. But when I put a primary client on there and I click that, they will be required to sign this, and I can save it and send it, and it'll send it over to them. So that's pretty darn cool. And this is, you can do this as a proposal or as a an agreement or whatever you want to do. Anyhow, I wanted to show you how I'm using it and a little bit about this behavior down here. So I think that's all that I have. Once you've created a specific instance of the document, you can rename it like proposal or contract or agreement for Mike's Hot Rods, whatever. And then I can save it. Now that's an instance of that template. That template's just a starting point. And then I can send it, and I would pick Mike from Mike's Hot Rods right over here off my primary client, save that and send it, and they should get something that looks like this. Now I have noticed that this seems to cover up this text here. I'm not sure if it actually does it in the real one. This is a preview. Sometimes preview doesn't work exactly like you would think it would, or hope it would. Anyhow, I hope this helps, and let me know if you have questions.